So what inspired me to write this piece was my dad's side of the family. They're from Sri Lanka, and I hadn't been there until I was about 12 or 13. And I remember when we were there, we had gone to the beaches. We'd gone to see some of my family's, their background, where they grew up, and we got to see elephants, which was something that was fascinating for me because I'd never seen one outside of a zoo before. And so I wanted to compile all of that into a story, the wonder that I felt when I was there, but also from stories I'd heard from my father about growing up and how he dealt with his siblings. And so I tried to incorporate those bonds that he told me about into the siblings that I'd written into the story. The process was mainly me flipping through old photographs from my family and from the vacation we took, and also calling up some of my family to make sure I got some of the details right. And it took, I think I wrote maybe 5 or 6 different drafts for this story before deciding on one that I liked when we did our final edits. What I'm trying to say, I guess, with this story, there's I guess 2 parts to it. There is the sibling bond between the 2 children that I wrote, and the fact that the main character, while she is very frustrated, I guess, with her brother's antics, running into the forest, stuff like that, she still loves him, she still goes out to get him, and so there's a sibling bond there. But also, despite the fact that she goes in and it's kind of a frightening experience, everything is okay in the end, everything works out. And I just kind of wanted to give it a happy ending because you don't often get happy endings in real life, so to say. What do I hope the reader... Okay, so the reader, what I'm hoping the reader will get from this is just everything is going to be okay. Everything may not seem like it's going to be initially, but you'll get through everything. You may find something that's fascinating that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. And that everything is just going to be okay in some form or another at some time, but it will.
Okay, so I guess my inspiration for the piece was, it wasn't really like that I wanted to like send a certain message at first. Like I just kind of wanted to do a portrait with a little twist, and then I ended up thinking like, okay, so what would this represent? And so I guess I like decided it was about like lying and stuff like that, and how like it might look pretty or it might seem like it's a good thing at the moment, and it's like it might look like a nice little flower or something, but it ends up growing and turning into a bad thing, which is why I chose to have the plant as like a kudzu weed, because it kind of looks nice but it also grows really quickly and it's like a nuisance.